Dr. Faber, Marc Faber, Dr. Doom stays with us live out of Hong Kong. Dr. Faber, there's been a lot of worries about recently, not just about the shape of the Korean economy broadly, but more specifically about the fact that it has a lot of outstanding foreign debt. Is that one of your main concerns, or are there others?
You're referring to Korea?
Yes, yeah.
Well, I think, yes. I mean, it's a leveraged economy, but I have to say one thing. As you may know, I came to Asia in 1973, and South Korea was one of the first countries I visited, and I later on invested in South Korea in the late 70s, and we made a lot of money there. I have to say it's a country along with Singapore, Taiwan, Hong Kong, that has developed enormously over the last 30, 40 years. And if you look at the Korean stock market in November, as was the case for Taiwan, they were at 20-year lows. In other words, the stock market was no higher than 20 years ago. When you have a country that has achieved huge progress over that period of time. And my view is that we've made in some Asian markets major lows, and that will not break below these lows. Now, can we break here and there in a individual stock to new lows below the November lows of last year? Yes, can be. But I think the indices, particularly in Korea and Taiwan, will not make new lows.
Okay, so it sounds like now's the time to go in then.
Yes, I mean, in general, I think, let's put it this way. You look at the picture of Mr. Ben Bernanke, and then you look at the picture of, say, 50 leading businessmen in Asia that have a long-term track record, that have made money for their businesses over a long period of time. You ask your viewers here, who would they do business with, Mr. Bernanke or Mr. Geithner or these leading businessmen here in Asia? I'd give my money to the leading businessman in Asia and not to Mr. Bernanke.
Interesting. You know what? I think what we should do now, Shri, I wonder whether you agree. That's a great question to pose to our viewers. Tell you what, guys, whoever's watching, if you have a view on that, would you rather do business with Ben Bernanke / Tim Geithner or Asia's top tycoons? Which one would they be? Email us, squawk@cnbcasia.com. I think that'd be pretty cool to find out. If you were then to go into the South Korean market, you want to do business there, and now is the right time. What would you do, Dr. Faber? An ETF, or scour the damage and look very bottom up and look for individual names, or what would you do?
Well, I think that depends on the investor. If you're based in the US and you haven't got the foggiest idea about the Korean economy, then you better buy an ETF or give your money to a manager that invests actually in the Asian region. If you are an analyst and if you have some knowledge about Korean companies, then I would probably buy asset plays in Korea, because I think the whole issue here going forward is, do we have in future inflation? Does paper money loses its value? Or do we have deflation? And in my view, when I look at the action of central banks around the world, and not just the Fed, they want to depreciate the value of paper money, and they want to create inflation. And I have to return to this topic in a minute.